All right, so welcome to session number 2 of the Star Wars Roleplaying Game. Da, 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 da. So we got a new player this time. Barb wanted to come and join in on the game with us, and basically we're just going to pick up where we started, where we left off last time. So our other player, Fyor, he's going to be a little late, but he'll pop in eventually. So I talked to him.
I mean, mechanically, he's kind of popped in and out, so it's
Yeah.
All right. So the last time on the game, you all woke up and you were in this high mountain pass, and there weren't any trees because you were so high up in the mountains that you were actually above the tree line, and you woke up and you had been subdued by the Imperial Security Bureau agents that were running the town basically. And Melbus came to your rescue. He had some of his own little retinue that followed him around. They came and they released you from they had you bound up so that you'd basically starve to death. You would die from being exposed to the elements. But anyway, he let you loose. He gave you all your stuff back, and then you all decided that you were going to go back into New Artha, where you're going to get your droid back, and you wanted to see if you could find the Juggernaut. So you went off to the east wall, where you found that the Arthans were doing some weird stuff. They had actually started building this great big wall in the gap in the mountains, and there was a bunch of Arthans up there, and they were actually armed, which was kind of a new development because beforehand they hadn't really carried any blaster weapons, but now this time they're carrying. And basically, once they saw the Wookiee come out of the tree line, they freaked out and basically started shooting because they thought you all were the demons from the come from the heavens.
Demon.
Yeah. So that started the firefight. Melbus and his troops came up behind you. They helped out with the fight. You all devised a strategy, and you attacked the wall, and you were able to break into New Artha. Eventually, you did find your way into the camp where you went to the ISB bunker, and you actually saw some stormtroopers. This is the first time you'd actually seen any stormtroopers on this planet. And you learned the picture I've got right now. You can see it's like the galaxy map. You all learned about Artha, its history, why the people were actually here on this planet, which is not Artha. And you were told all of this information by Melbus. He's the supposed religious leader of these people. And you found out that he was actually an anthropologist who had been living with these people for a long, long time, and basically ended up kind of following them to this new planet where he was kind of their caretaker and sort of the liaison between the Empire and the Arthans. He was keeping them basically safe from the Imperials.
Whoops.
This is the battle that ensued when you all were on the east wall trying to get in there. Of course, there weren't any mechs in there, so I couldn't find any good pictures with just like...
That's a cool picture.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Then this guy, this is Miram.
Boo! Boo!
This is the...
Oh, that's him.
Yeah. This is the big baddie, and he...
Why'd you have to go and make him look so good looking?
He's a very suave and sophisticated, high galactic speaking Imperial. So, he's got to be good looking. But he had to come, and he had to gloat over the party, make fun of them a little bit, and he thought it was funny that they were all going to die, and that the new Arthans were going to see their demons be exorcised, so to speak. But you went into the town looking for him, hoping to find him. So you haven't found him yet, but you found some stormtroopers up on the the building, which you were a little unexpected. This is the bunker that's in the middle of town. You had like a stormtrooper up here with an E-web blaster. You had two over here. They were checking their comm links, And then this this door here, once you had finished these guys, then you had some more that poured out of the doors there, and you dispatched them as well. There's the stormtroopers, and then there's the E-web repeating blaster that was on top of the platform.
Got a question for you.
Yep, go for it.
Is the Wookiee strong enough to have the blaster mounted on his back with a little bit of MacGyvering?
I'm going to say that he can carry the actual blaster itself with no problem. The power pack that runs it, I'm going to say it's big and cumbersome, and it's going to take it. It's not just a heavy thing. It's one of those like awkward things. I'd say the big battery pack that runs it, at least two people will have to carry it if you all plan on taking it with you. So, FYI.
Okay.
I get mounted on the juggernaut.
Ooh!
It will be armed again.
Great mechanic skills. I could weld that thing up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty strong too, so I could definitely help carry.
Okay, so let's take a look here. And stop the share. Let's move on to the battle map. So this is the map in the middle of New Aartha.
Yeah.
And you had just finished off the stormtroopers. That's what all the little skulls are. This is you've got the mountains in the background. That's actually to the south. To the north, you've got these big pavilion tents where the Aarthans are all hiding. They're all kind of crying. All these tents are abandoned out here in this huge like city center. And you are right here. You're all sitting right here in front of the front door, except for Shiara. She is not there. So it's all you guys, and
totally buggered off into the woods. And
don't forget, I'm still a warty old Aarthan woman.
I want to have my axe at the ready, and I want to go into the bunker.
Okay.
And I kind of want to be wary and almost like I'm kind of clearing the rooms, just to make sure there's not someone's going to like try to get the drop on me or something.
Okay. So Grex is going to move forward to the front door here. And how do you enter? So you've got your axe ready, and
the door was still open when they all come running out, didn't they?
Yeah, the door's still open.
Okay, so I'll just I mean, they know we're here, so I'm just gonna walk on in.
Okay, so Grex just nonchalantly just opens the door, and he just sort of strolls on in with his vibro X.
Back him up and give him some cover if I need to.
Okay, so are you standing outside?
Yeah, I'm right there at the door.
I'm
Okay.
Walking very
Where I
chalantly.
can see him.
What are you doing, Teegrun?
I'm going to throw a frag grenade in there for him.
All
I call it
that spells blow it up.
I call it cover shrapnel.
Okay. So Fyor, he's just out there, I guess, cleaning his nails or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just kind of hanging out.
Even boy.
So, of course, as you approach the door, your eyes have to adjust. So as you look in, it's very dark on the inside. It's very bright on the outside. It's about mid-morning on a new day.
Yeah.
So you walk on in, and this is what you see. So as your eyes adjust, and you stand there with your vibro axe, waiting for more attackers, you look around, and to the left, you've got a bunch of like floor mats. It's probably where somebody was sleeping. You've got a floor mat here in the back. You've got several to the right with a great big wash bin. and right before your feet, there's this very ornate rug. It's almost like an Oriental rug, So this right there in front of you. Then there's like this old shabby table near the back, and that's it. I forgot to put the staircase in, but there's a staircase.
There's a staircase there somewhere because we've never been down there once.
It's got our screen like super zoomed in on the corner where it says Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Let's try it.
Mapmaker PSD.
Maybe I was seeing something wrong.
Yeah, just tell me anytime it does that, and I'll fix it.
Okay.
Can you see it all right?
There we go.
Hang on, okay. Yeah, we're good now. I don't want to like bend down to do it. Can I take my foot and try to slide that rug away? Because we've already seen Aartha has a penchant for hidden doors and shit. So
Okay, so Grex, do you actually have boots on, or is it just like your claws? Like you got prehensile claws?
Yeah, and they're made for walking.
I don't actually know. This is more of a, I guess, a lore question. Do Transocean normally wear boots or not?
That's completely up to you. I don't care either way.
Well, I'm super good at climbing, so I'm assuming that they're probably barefoot.
Okay.
I'm totally taking a shot in the dark and I'm saying barefoot.
So you gingerly take your little claw and you just sort of pick it up and like pull it out of the way. So Grex does like this whole kind of over dramatic maneuver where he takes his foot with a claw and like quickly just like
You told me or something, Scott.
puts the rug over, and then there's a trap door underneath.
Oh.
Barb, in the early
down.
It was a hidden room that we found in one of the main houses. So anything that just seems kind of out of place as a covering, probably with these folks is hiding something. Okay, I'm going to try to open the trap door then.
Okay.
I'm going to move on up there and give him cover down whatever's down in there. I'm going to shoot it.
All right. So you open it and it's locked. Like it's sealed.
Okay.
It's like,
Does it budge at all when I pull it? Like I feel like I could maybe try to yank it open or something, or is it?
yeah,
heavy
it's got a little give. I mean, it's a really rustic kind of old wood. You could see through the cracks, sort of thing.
Okay,
And
cool.
it's just got like a really simple latch and lock on it.
I yell for the
That's something my security systems would be able to unlock.
Well, let's get the Wookiee involved. I kind of like that idea.
Okay.
You can help.
Fuzzy one, go ahead.
Please remove this for me. I want it to no longer be.
I point down the door like do it yourself.
He said, "Please."
All right.
Need my dad's droid back, so I can understand what the Wookiee's saying.
Okay, so the Wookiee spurns your.
He's a Trandoshan after all.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Okay, all right.
We were cool. We established that we were cool.
All right, Grudey, what are you doing?
I'm Trandoshan-phobic.
Well, since how that lock is locked, and it don't need security systems to unlock it, I take my blaster, max power, and just blast the lock.
Okay, you just blast the lock. Okay, so he takes out the lock or the blaster, points it at it, very nonchalantly blasts it, and it falls into several pieces, and it's open.
There you go. It's open. Amazing what a heavy blaster will do to a wooden door.
All right, guys, you're all driving the action. What are we doing?
I don't know, y'all want to go down there? See what we can see?
Yeah,
Are there any
definitely.
lights down this thing?
Who's going first?
I'll go.
Not me, because I'd die if they shoot me. So.
I'm pretty
They're not
tanky.
going to shoot an old woman. Maybe.
All right, Greg, so are you going?
Yeah, I'll go in first.
Okay. So what do you do?
checking for traps.
You checking for traps?
Making sure there's no like
Go ahead and roll for
or
it.
any. I guess a perception check,
Yes.
and then I'll use my acute senses if this thing sucks. Oh, that'll be a natural 20 plus, so that'll be a 28.
Looking down, because you got the natural 20, I'll tell you that this is nowhere near sophisticated enough. It looks like they really didn't think to trap it. It's probably just been it's been used so thoroughly, people coming and going, that it wouldn't have been wise for them to trap it, so they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I continue on down the way and.
Okay. So you walk down the stairs, and wrong map.
Ah!
Oh,
It starts snowing.
hey, it's no in the desert.
Let's see.
Where the crap is Faulconer?
Is Faulconer coming in?
Nobody's heard from him?
Oh yeah, he's coming. He's
Oh.
he's late. He's running late. Here we
Hold
go.
that map. I'm gonna grab a beer.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Ooh.
So you start making your way down this long, narrow stair, and one thing you immediately noticed as you're going down is this is actually very modern. Like the everything upstairs was very rustic and very, like poorly made, sort of earthen. Yeah, as you
Yep.
come down the stairs here, like everything is slick and very imperial. Like there's everything's made of Durasteel.
Does it kind of look like the underground area where we got captured at beforehand?
Yes, this is where you were at when this is actually where you had gone down and hidden behind. You had hidden in the very last room before you got ambushed.
Oh, so okay. So
Back-
this. Oh,
we've
so
been here
this is
before.
The
Yeah.
Oh shit! What do we call it? Not the We call it a pueblo. Is that what we called it?
It was the Pueblo, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so this leads to that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'd completely forgotten about that little detail, but yeah, you're right. You had actually been here before.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I go
Just
back.
at the other end of the hallway now.
Before I go any further, I'm going to go back up and tell everyone
Okay.
what we saw. Because now that I've seen this, I would assume that I'd know enough to scamper back up and say, "Hey, we've got a underground path."
Yeah. Where we've already been.
So am I back upstairs with everybody now, or are they kind of?
Yeah, you're.
Filtered in.
Yeah, you went upstairs and you told everybody this.
So I tell the group, like, we have a direct way into the town. This will take us back to the pueblo. Before we go further, we should take the e-web with us. Could come in handy.
Well, have we got enough strong people to carry the thing?
I'm pretty stout. Strength is one of my highest things.
I could probably carry the strap.
Like I said, I'm a Rhodian. Strength is not my strong suit.
I've got a strength of 18. Jason, what's Nagtatha have? Probably higher than that, I'm assuming.
28.
21.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. So I'd say between us, we could probably load and carry the e-web and then the power pack for it.
Okay,
And-
Barb. So what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yep, what are you doing?
I'm grabbing my stuff and finding the closest exit.
Okay. So you go back, you turn around and open the door, and you look out into the hallway, and there's nobody there, just like when you went down before. It's quiet as a tomb, and you look out and looks like the coast is clear.
Okay. Do I know my way around this, or?
Yeah, you actually have been here many times before when you would come down here on your different jobs and whatnot. You actually lived out in the town among the Aarthan people in one of the tents. But occasionally you would be called to report, so you would come in to the bunker here.
Okay, so what do I know is the fastest way out?
So you know it's to the left, and that's actually, as far as you know, the only entrance in and out.
Okay, and I will head out as sneakily as I can out that way.
We are very diverse.
Okay, so do you want to roll like a sneak check?
I don't actually have sneak as a skill, so I guess it would be an unskilled check.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so it would be Dex.
My philosophy is if you can try to sneak in real life, then
You can try, yeah.
you can try it. So
Try it untrained. Wait a minute. All right, where's the 20-sider? Okay, so I got a 10.
you got a 10.
Very good.
I would
Everybody-
like to try to hear her sneaking up behind me.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll try with use acute senses. That will be a 15 on the perception check.
So you hear the soft padding of a person actually coming up the stairs behind you.
Okay, I like basically spin on my heels and ready my axe for whatever I see.
Okay, so because of the nature of where you're at, the light's coming in naturally through the top bunker, and then you opened up this trap door, and there are lights downstairs in the bunker, but they're like little side lights, built into the walls.
Oh,
So
I do have
what you see is the silhouette of a female human, and what does he see, Barb?
Well, if you're seeing a silhouette, you see some sort of a lance type. I guess it looks like a staff or something in the hand. If you're seeing a silhouette, you just see a tall female human with some sort of a like staff in the hand.
I say out to drop your weapons.
Who are you?
Who are you? I ask questions.
Yeah.
Are you with Miriam?
Grex is kind of a dick, by the way. I don't know how much you know of him.
Yeah.
Don't stick your fingers anywhere near his mouth.
No,
Yes,
yeah,
he's bitten off a finger and a hand, and biting the hand off gave a guy a heart attack.
Okay, I'll remember that.
And
So you asked if I'm with Miriam. I said, no, I'm here to kill Miriam.
Make
Is he
these.
Mexican?
No.
Are you with Miriam?
No. Are you?
Oh,
No.
senor.
I don't know why I'm talking like you.
So
I'm trying to get out of here.
So what are the rest of you all doing?
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm sitting here listening to the conversation because I was standing there when shot and opened the
I'm
damn door.
hoping she kicks his butt.
I'm like, I'm gonna see how it plays out.
25 credits on the girl.
I got you covered.
I don't know if I'm close enough to hear all this stuff. I don't know.
I think everybody's inside because I told everybody what I saw.
So behind you, you hear kind of a murmur out in the big field of the town, and you now see that way off in the distance you could see Melbus, and he's being followed by his 15 troopers that are all dressed in Aarthan garb, and they're making a line towards the big pavilion tents where the Aarthans are all huddled and crying in mass.
God, is that all they do?
Basically,
Yeah,
and
pretty
die.
much.
You get rid of
They
them by
die.
a juggernaut.
They do die. Jeez.
Okay, so So Barb, you said you're just trying to get out of here. That's what you're trying to leave.
I'm trying to leave.
And where are you going? May I ask?
Away from here.
Anywhere but here.
Away from
You
Miro.
never saw us, right?
Anywhere but here.
What?
I said, and if I let you leave, you never saw us, right?
I have no problem. I'm
All right.
blind at the moment. Can't see a thing.
I stepped to the side. And basically clear the way.
All right. I'll step around him very cautiously. Trandoshan, right?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And you can actually see a human leg sticking out of my backpack.
Oh, that's right.
There's what? A human leg sticking out of your backpack?
An Arthur leg, I guess, sticking out of the backpack.
Technically, probably an Imperial stormtrooper, as far as you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay, it looks like an Imperial stormtrooper, then I'm okay with it.
there's a leg.
There's just a leg. There's no armor or anything attached to it.
Okay.
It's humanoid. How about that? I saved it for a snack.
A humanoid leg sticking out of the backpack.
Would totally be able to eat people as a food source. And so I kept it as a ration off of some people we killed earlier in the campaign.
Oh, good. Great.
But after about 3 days now, that leg is going to be getting a little rancid.
Now, Shiara, things for you start to make a little sense because the Aarthans, for quite a while, you've heard them talk about the green demons, the green skins, and the forest walkers. They've talked, and you have lived among them for a couple of years now, unfortunately, and you have known that they are prone to confabulations, and they make up these big stories, and they love their theology. But this is the first time you've actually encountered one of the greenskins, as far as you know, in person. And you know that, like, you've heard an uproar in the town recently within the past couple of days, and people just frantically talking about the demons that have come to plague the town.
You're one of the forest walkers.
No. We're in a little better light. Do I get a little bit better look at Barb? Sorry, what was your character's name again?
You would ask me that.
Shiara.
Shiara.
Do I get a little bit better look at your character?
I wrote it down.
Yeah, you all, as you pivot around each other, you can see her more clearly now.
Does she like the Aarthans at all, or?
No, she's actually well nourished and doesn't have the blessing of the gods on her.
Can I make a knowledge biology check to know what she is?
Sure, go for it.
Oh God, I have no idea what you are. That's going to be an 11. I rolled and I'm at an 11. 3 plus 8.
It's a pretty simple thing. You've been around the galaxy a few times, so you know that humans
Boy, has he.
You know that aliens or the humans are ubiquitous. They're actually the most prevalent species in the galaxy. So it just looks like a human female to you.
Human.
Oh, okay. So I asked her, I was like, do you know how to get off of this planet? Clearly you're not from here.
No. I wish I did. I'll find my way off.
Don't we all?
Really?
How did you end up here?
The Empire brought me here as a slave.
Where did they drop you off?
Where did they drop me off? Right here.
Above the table, just because this is, I don't know if you've been filling on this. Scott, is that accurate that they dropped her off right there, or did they first take her to like a spaceport kind of thing?
Well, you have to ask her.
Okay, sorry, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know offhand if I went to a spaceport first or not.
Okay, so basically we're trying to find like a way off of here. I didn't know if like maybe they first took you to a spaceport.
Okay, above the table, Barb, you were actually the last place that you were at was the prison camp of Wabani, which was a Imperial labor camp. And when you were there on the prison planet, you were hand selected by Miram. He came by with Thawne, who was this great big tall man who was a stormtrooper, and he had a cybernetic arm. He was a former stormtrooper working as a prison guard there in Wabani. They chose you and another guy named Dials, who was a mechanic, and they offered you, a shortened sentence for your time as a prisoner.
Yeah, I remember that.
In return for working here. So
Oh, Dials.
Yeah.
So was this? But the prison planet. I mean, did I come from another port though? Is what he was asking.
no, the Imperials just brought you straight here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just got dropped off here.
Okay.
We need to find our stuff and find the Juggernaut and go find the Forest Walkers, as it were.
Well, then you may as well come with us. Can you fight?
I'll do my best.
Excellent. We're going to kill a Miram. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
in for that.
so what are the rest of you guys doing?
Depends on if I could hear that conversation or not.
Look,
Yeah.
you can, if you're in the bunker at all.
I would assume that everybody is in the bunker where the trapdoor is at.
I guess we need to meet our new partner.
I'll give her a big Wookiee hug.
I'm like, oh, I used
Man.
to have a teddy bear much smaller than you.
Okay. Who else are stronger members of the party? I know me and Nagtatha have pretty high strength.
I would not fall into that category.
No.
No. Well, maybe
My strength is 12.
it's apparently going to take 3 of us, correct, Scott, to take the E-Web and the Power Pack.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm pretty strong. If somebody can just help me with the other end of it, I guess we should be okay.
Okay.
Do we want to?
Walker Shirker gets here, he can help.
So I'm going to say, add, it's about 70 pounds. So each of you is going to carry about 35, or I'm sorry, let's say kilograms, because that's what it's in on the character sheet. So it's 70 kilograms, 35 a piece, and just because it's big and awkward, it's just this very big case. You all would have to actually get on opposite ends and pick it up by the handles.
Okay, that's not too terrible. I mean, it's doable.
So you go up to the top. Is that so? That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, say so.
Yeah. So you go up to the top of the bunker, and of course the stormtrooper is slumped over the blaster, and I guess you just push him out of the way and then pick it up and bring it down.
Does it need to be disconnected or anything?
It's just a great big blaster cannon that's connected to a great big portable power pack.
We're going to try to transport it with the power pack connected, or how are we going to do that?
You can disconnect it.
We can disconnect it either way.
Yeah. One of us take an action and hook it back up before we.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 1d12. That's what its punch is.
Yeah.
So who's going to end up with it?
I'm assuming Nagtatha is the only one strong enough to carry it like kind of like a mini gun in a sense, right?
1d12. My bowcaster's better than that.
I know.
That's it?
Do I get like 30 shots?
It's got lots of shots.
Let me look at the rules again.
Yeah, because I was wondering about that too. If it had like something special about it, because
1d12 is not much.
With my blaster carbine, I'm rolling 3d8.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm losing my mind. 3d12.
Okay, that's way
Yeah.
better.
3d12.
That's more along the vaporization level there. So yeah.
Jason, are you? I'm assuming you're probably a pretty good shot too, right? Nagtatha is.
He's more of a hand-to-hand guy.
Well, Scott, with a strength of 18, could I carry it?
I'm going to say you can't. Like, it's probably too unwieldy for you to like actually arm yourself with it. You'd have to set it down on this tripod.
Okay. Okay. Either way, we'd have to set it down. Even
Yeah.
if
It's usually like a two-man team that runs one, right?
Yeah.
Two or
There's
three.
two guys to pack the actual power pack. One guy to pack the gun, and then you have to think about the recoil too. So it's
okay. I'm a pretty decent shot, and I'm fairly strong. Do you guys want me to take the gun part of it then? That way
I can't carry it. I'm a good shot, but I can't carry it. So
Okay. Then I'll carry it then.
okay.
I can point out enemies for you really well.
So you all gather up your gun, go ahead and mark it on a sheet, and then now what are you doing?
Then I tell everyone. Well, crap! I already told everybody that leads back. The trapdoor leads back to the Pueblo, but that there were also a lot of other rooms off to the side that we never made it to.
Okay.
Can I tell them what's in those rooms? Do I know?
Yes, you assume that they are the bunkers for the stormtroopers. So there were stormtroopers that were working here for Miram, but they didn't have their stormtrooper armor on during the entire tour. They were just here like undercover basically, and they dressed like the locals. And the storage room that you just came out of is where they had stored all of their equipment prior.
Oh, I'll tell them that then. That's where you can find all the equipment they had.
Okay.
That room I came from.
I got a question for you. How well charged were the power clips for the stormtroopers' guns?
For the stormtroopers, well, there's 6 of them. So if you're going to take those, we'll roll for that now. You ready?
Yep.
You going to write it down?
Yep.
Because I'm not going to keep track. I'm just going to roll and tell you the number.
Okay.
82%.
All right. That's a keeper.
99%. Wow.
That's a keeper.
50%.
We'll set it off to the side.
14%.
Toss it.
50%.
That may be again.
83%.
Okay. Well, the 83 and the 99 I'm going to keep, and I'll say, here's y'all some more of these if you want them.
Thanks, Grudey.
One of them was 82.
Who are you people anyway? How'd
That's a
you
good
get
question.
here?
So does Barb know the backstory off above the table?
A little bit. I didn't.
A little bit.
Little bit.
But you better tell me because
Who wants to take this one?
You haven't done much talking, Teegrun. I think you should take over.
I've been enjoying listening. Well, we all basically came together on a very large, I can't remember the name of the ship, but
Deselegic Chewer.
Yeah. We're on a big ship, and we were on our way to Coruscant, collectively, but apart, looking for work. And we still don't know exactly what, why, or how, but the ship came under attack from unknown sources, although there were Star Destroyers in the distance. We ended up basically stuck on the ship in a bad state, made our way to the bridge where we met this dude named Lando Calrissian and worked out kind of a deal with him, but he was a total dick and he double-crossed us. and ended up, I think he got us knocked out somehow. And we wake up some period of time later on a ship that is completely stripped, sitting on this planet, nothing but a dead hulk. And we have to get out. And we've been wandering around this place forever, trying to figure out how we can get off of this planet. Ran into the Aarthans, gagged at their warts, hated on them some more, followed some people around. I got us in a bunch of trouble more than once. I infiltrate this camp, posing as Thawne, that guy that Scott mentioned earlier, but I didn't realize that they had a series of checks and balances for security communications that I just blew right through. They got suspicious with all of us there, blasted our ass, took us to the high desert or high forest, and left us there to die, basically. And then we met you.
That's
All
how
right,
you all
well.
got
I
here.
left a bunch of stuff out, but that's the long and short of it.
All right.
You guys are as stranded as I am.
Oh yeah, pretty close, Scott.
And yep, that's close enough. And then Grudey was an actual. He came from a completely different place. He was on a pirate ship, basically, and there was a mutiny, and he sided with the captain. They didn't really like the captain. They killed him, but they liked Grudey okay, so they just marooned him. And he ended up here on the planet, and then
Got captured.
he was captured by the Aarthans.
Damn 'em.
And, yeah, and
It was
they
just a bad day.
and that's when the rest of the characters ran into Grudey. They discovered him tied to a tree in the middle of the woods. Zach, you should tell her about the lady with the baby.
The baby.
No, I don't think I will.
Tell her about the baby.
So essentially, we ran into this group of Aarthans that we totally did not take hostage and kill all their warrior men. That most definitely didn't happen with our group. So there was, Scott, you may have to refresh me because that's been almost a year ago. So essentially, we took them captive, and there was one that was like, she kept refusing to like cooperate, and she kept screaming and was gonna like totally rat on us.
She did rat you out at one point.
Later on, I didn't know that at the time. And
Grex even made a deal with her, and then she backstabbed you.
Oh yes, thank you. Okay,
This happened when I was off hunting in the woods or something?
Yeah, this was a year ago. Seriously,
We're looking for the eating place.
so essentially, I told her that if she ratted us out, I was gonna eat her baby because she had a baby with her.
Did that get you a dark side point?
Almost.
I think
You
when
ate the woman's baby?
No, I threatened to eat the baby.
I think you ate the woman's finger though, so you did get it. I
Well,
think you did get a dark side point for that.
Eat it. I bit it off and we put it back on.
We bit it off. We put it back on.
We fixed it. It buffed out.
Had the droid put it back on.
It all buffed out.
And what's that leg sticking out of the back of your pack?
That was someone. Are you asking me this in character or out of character?
I'm asking you in character.
Oh, that is just a snack for later.
I wasn't very good about hunting in the woods.
No, so the short version of it is, I basically told her that if she like ratted us out, that like something bad would happen to her, and she totally ratted us out, and I bit her finger off as like, hey, I'm not going to eat your baby, but I will. You're going to have to suffer for what you did.
That's some cartel shit right there.
So I bit her finger off.
It's a trend ocean kind of thing to do, I think.
Yeah. Well, because like, keep in mind, I love Star Wars. I don't know like a whole lot of the back lore to it. So I was like,
Just make it up.
acceptable?
So Nagtatha, he was in the woods hunting. I guess you were just kind of lounging in the trees, you know. You catch a little bird one day, and you're like, you eat it, and I guess that's kind of what you were doing.
You know, I didn't know they wanted food too, and they're all desperate and started eating people. I didn't know.
So basically, our little game here, and Zach is right. It has been about a year since we started this up again, there's only been like 3 or 4 days that has transpired in game time. So that's probably why there's a little bit of frustration. I'd say they are ready to get off this planet. But all right, so what are y'all doing? You all have met. You've talked.
Get off the planet.
All right.
So okay, so we've got the e-web. We're good on that. Barb, I'm so sorry. What's your character's name again?
Shiara.
Shiara.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm drinking while we play, as always. And so
I wrote it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. So did you tell us what was in the other rooms, or have we yet to address that?
Yeah, she told you.
Yeah, I told you what was in that room.
Okay. Hell, do we want to
My
kind of
droid wasn't down here.
go room to room, see if we can get any kind of
I want to search for my droid.
kind of weapons or armor? Excuse me.
Yeah, we need the droid back.
Yeah.
Do y'all kind of want to take turns if you're going to go searching through the rooms? Like
Probably.
whoever wants to search.
I want to search.
Okay. So actually, Grudey, since you haven't had much action, I'm going to let you take the lead on that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go down there and search each one of them rooms one by one.
Okay. So which one do you go in first?
I'm gonna go down and go to the room to the left.
To the left. Okay.
Yeah.
So
right
are you just opening the door?
I'm gonna open the door with the point of my gun,
Okay.
barrel of my gun, just and
So-
see what's in there.
You press the button with the barrel of your gun, and the door slides open because this is downstairs in the modern part.
Yeah.
It slides open, and basically you see there's a cot that's over to the right-hand side. It's a very nondescript room,
Yeah.
and there's about 4 beds, 4 bunks, and then there's like this dresser thing. It's more like a chest. It's a military sort of grade chest where they probably are storing their clothes and whatnot.
I'll just kind of open the drawers real quick, just cursory look and see what's in there, and go to the next room.
Okay. Let's take a look at what's inside this room. So actually, in the first room, you find somebody's got like an ornamental vibro axe that they've got in one of the drawers. There's actually some like really bizarre. There's some plush doll toys. They look like the Twi'leks, and then you found about like 200 credits worth of jewelry. Looks like some feminine jewelry.
Fine now. And I'll come back out of the room and I'll holler up at him. Anybody want this axe?
And you see Grex go, dibs.
There you go.
Good morning, Rex.
Okay. Does anybody else want a chance to check the room? Since yeah. Teegrun?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. Which one do you want?
Just the next one down there.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what you got. So you go in, it's the same situation. There's like
These stormtroopers have some fetishes, don't they?
well, they live here alone, like, you know. I guess there is male and female, so, you know, I guess they could, you know, address whatever needs they needed to, but
Isolation can do weird things to a person.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't I know it?
You find actually something pretty cool. You find a jetpack, and then you find like 150 credits worth of jewelry, like mixed stuff, like mixed items.
We need that jetpack. That come in handy. Whoever can carry it. I'm just about loaded to max, so Be careful what I pick up.
With my explosives, I don't think there's any way I could carry anything more than like 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'll carry it out there and see what the group wants to do with it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll take a look around.
Okay.
Give me, I don't know. I'm feeling lucky. Let's go with the 6th room on the right. Wait. Yeah, 6th room on the right.
1 second.
Call the Rancor's in there. That's what's in there.
Does Grex
It's the
have 2
Rancor.
vibro weapons now?
Hey Scott, what was the stats on that the other vibro axe? Because if it's not better than what I've got, I don't want it. But if it is, definitely.
Okay, let me take a look.
You said it was kind of special or something.
It's just ornate. It's like
Okay.
a family heirloom sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. There he is.
2d10.
Okay, that's exactly what I've got now. So I'll just keep because I'm sure it probably has like marked etchings on mine or something like with each kill.
I want to grab you by the shoulders in the hallway and shake you and point to your 2 vibro axes and thump my chest.
If you will remember at the very beginning of this campaign, Grex actually has a lot of respect for the Wookiees. Like he's cool with the Wookiees. He thinks the Trandoshan treatment of Wookiees is total bullshit. Like if we're gonna fight,
I shoved my spear, not into your chest, but like I pushed my spear at you and point at one of your vibro axes.
Okay, because like I said, I want to make sure because like I thought Nagtatha and Grex were uneasily okay with one another. Like the guy explained earlier when we first because you were trapped, weren't you? Didn't we release you for?
I was with you guys from the get-go on the casino barge.
Okay, but yeah, no, like I totally pass off the family heirloom vibro axe to you.
So, so you're opening the door. You're going to go in this room here, number 6.
Yeah. Sorry, Scott. Yeah, that's gonna be 19.
19 to do what?
Just look around, search for anything.
Okay. As soon as you hit the button, there's a naked man in the room. There's actually 2 of them. One of them has a blaster pointed right at you as the door slides open and he fires.
I would like to try to dodge that.
Okay, so that's 12 to
Does that give
hit.
advantage if I kick him? Because I'm standing there too.
That is gonna. Hang on. I think that I'm. Sorry. Reflect. Oh yeah, that definitely misses.
Okay, so Nagtatha's standing there too.
Okay.
I followed you down the hallway. I wanted that freaking axe.
So y'all are standing right there outside the door. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
No one wants to fight a naked man, Scott. That's the ultimate way to get out of any fight. Get naked. No one wants to fight.
He's naked, but he's got a blaster. And he's naked. He's got a blaster. He just fired at you.
That'll be a 19 for initiative.
19. Are you in the fight, Nagtatha?
I rolled a 22.
Think by default, he's in the fight.
Well, the naked guy roll.
He rolled a 9. All right, so you're up, Nagtatha.
Well, using my new vibro axe, I'll walk in there. Gosh, he's naked. Do I need to? Can I just like intimidate him or something?
Right.
Can I just like intimidation or something to get him to throw down?
Yeah, you could do that. Go ahead and intimidate.
Yeah, I think I'll try that because I mean he's naked after all.
Naked with the blaster, though.
Scott, there's your next band name right there. Naked with the Blaster.
Naked with the blaster.
Let's see. I rolled a 14. And what do I add to that? Shoot.
What is it you're doing?
I'm just trying to persuade / intimidation for him to throw down the blaster. Looks like a 15 total.
Okay, so you break both. I forgot to mention there's two in there. There's actually two in the room. One's laying on the bunk. The other one, he was up and fired
What did we walk into here?
and it's two male. They look like soldiers because they're really fit. They don't look like Arthans. And you break his will. He takes his blaster rifle and places it at your feet and backs up and with his hands like this.
Okay. So do you think they're Imperials?
No, they're Imperials, all right.
They look like professional soldiers. They look like they're very fit and they're well built and healthy looking.
Are their chests and forearms shaven?
I look confusedly at Grex, and then
Yes.
I'm messing around with the door, like I want to try to lock them in, take their weapons and lock them in.
And so the one guy, he's standing there and he's looking at his buddy like,
I'm not gay. I'm not gay.
That's not the vibro axe I'm interested in.
I'm not gay.
Keep in mind, Mike, these will be posted to YouTube later.
So,
That's what he said.
So you're gonna try to mess with the door to actually make it stick in place.
Yeah, I kind of want to I'll pick up that blaster, but then I don't want to kill them. They're helpless. Maybe I
Okay.
can just lock them in there.
Yeah,
Until somebody finds them.
you actually pick up two blasters because both of them had one with
Okay.
them. So it's a couple of blaster rifles. Roll to. Do you have a mechanics check or? Roll. I guess roll a mechanics if you're going to try to fix the door where they can't.
Ooh, nat 20. So that's a 22.
So what I imagine is how do you do it? How does Nagtatha do it?
He smashes things until it works.
Okay. So Grex, you're standing there and you see Nagtatha just take this big furry paw and
punching it.
He buries it right in the middle of this panel and pulls out this big spaghetti of wires, and the door just it starts going, and you can tell it's malfunctioning and it won't move.
I'll hand the big spaghetti ball of wires to Grex.
I go to catch them, and as you drop them, oh, so sorry. I just let them fall on the ground.
So you've trapped a couple guys in the thing. Are y'all gonna do any more searching, or what are you gonna do?
I want to search the room behind me then. That was really not...
So you go into this room over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you open the door slides open, and you just find the same thing. So you're doing a search.
More naked guys?
More naked dudes.
So
wait, is that what I find?
Two naked men?
What is it with these stormtroopers?
Wait a minute. Let me go up to these doors.
It's why am I trying to break out?
In this room, you find a vibro dagger, but it's pretty Spartan. Just clothes, like in the military chests.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the second door on the right.
This one right here?
Yeah.
So are you just going to go right in?
I'm gonna take the point of my barrel and push the button and wait for the door to open.
Okay, roll for initiative. As the door slides open, there's it looks like there's another. This one's fully clothed.
24.
24. So
Yeah.
What do you do? He's got his gun fired at you, or aimed right at you. You've got the initiative.
Shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, go for it.
I probably missed him, but 6, 11.
11 to hit. So as the door slides open, it kind of scares you just a bit to see this guy standing there, and he plants a gun right in your face. So the shot goes wide. Of course, he shoots right back at you for 14. 14 to hit.
No.
You
No.
must have scared him too. What do you do now? Does anybody else hear the commotion? You heard these blasters firing down there with Grex and Nagtatha, and now you hear it again. You hear more blaster fire. Okay.
I'm assuming so. Yeah, I'm pretty good at hearing stuff. So
I'll step over to the doorway and strike at the guy.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a 22.
22 to hit. And how much damage did you have?
All right. Don't tell me I don't have a D8. Oh, that's not a bad roll. 18 points damage.
Ooh, ouch. Okay, so you killed him by almost double. So what I normally do whenever you kill somebody, the cue words that I say are, "How did you do it?" And I'm basically asking you how you actually attacked and killed this person.
I shot him with the lance.
So you shot him with the lance. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. So there's a dead trooper now in the middle of the floor there.
I'll raise my hand and
Mess.
politely suggest we should keep at least someone alive.
Only, well, there's two of them trapped down the hall there. You can talk to them through the door.
Just a reminder,
I've been here for 2 years. I can probably tell you what you want to know.
where's the closest ship?
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah.
Where's my droid?
Shiara hasn't seen ships come into the compound. In fact, it's been part of the ruse that you've seen for the last 2 years. They basically played into this whole religion thing with the Aarthans. Every now and then, occasionally to the west, you would see ships come and go out of the atmosphere, but nothing more than that, really. Of course, there's
a port somewhere to the west.
More than
Have
likely.
you seen my droid? Barb?
I'm going to have to answer. No, she's not seen the droid.
Okay. Okay.
Zack, what is going on behind you? It's freaking me out.
Hyperspeed. Okay.
Y'all drive the action. I'm waiting for y'all to tell me what you're doing.
So
I'm gonna
far,
search
it's
the
been a
room,
bust
see
for
what's
me.
there.
So I'm gonna take the
Have we cleared
E-web and
these rooms? We haven't cleared these rooms, have we?
No.
Not yet.
yeah, I don't want to get attacked from behind. Hey Scott, do you mind to put like a marker over the ones we've cleared? I know
Well, they've got beds in them.
there's 2 guys in. Well, I guess you kind of have, haven't you? Never mind. We've locked those 2 guys in. I'm gonna check the room to the right of the one that we just cleared.
To the right. So this one.
Other right.
Well, the right is. There's no
Sorry.
right. There's only left.
Oh, okay. Like where the 2 guys were, I want to check the one to the.
Oh,
right
to the right. I'm sorry. I got you
No,
now.
you're fine. No, you're fine. That
Okay.
was my poor wording on my part.
So you open the door, and it's just the same scene.
Okay.
2 naked guys with a blaster.
Guys and their naked blasters.
All right. Well, I'm kind of ready to start. Like we've got this fancy new blaster cannon. I'm kind of ready to start blasting away with that.
Not in here.
No, not just yet. But like we know where this leads to.
Okay.
So I'm ready to head up. I mean, I'm. Do we want to do anything with that jetpack, Scott? Is like, what do you have to have or do to use the jetpack?
It's just like let's take a look.
Use pilot skill.
I think it's a
I would-
pilot.
Yeah, I would say it's just pilot skill.
I don't think I'm very good at that. Let me look.
I can, but I'm not great at it.
I'm not bad. I've got a 5 on it. So
That's what I've got. So
that would be kind of handy for combat. Does anybody else want the jetpack?
I probably don't have enough strength to carry it.
Okay. Teegrun, or I mean, hell, we can throw a jetpack on a Wookiee and make it a firm missile.
Your missile.
It's like a furball missile.
So basically, the
I'll take it.
jetpack is going to be like brief little hops. So
Yeah.
you're going to do it six at a time. You get 10 before you have to charge it.
Okay. Jason, do you want the jetpack, or because I feel like that'll get you into combat faster, but I don't.
I'll take it. I got an okay pilot skill, about the same as yours.
Okay, because I mean, I'm good either way, long range or up close, but I know you're more geared towards being up close. So
Okay.
And I've got 3 good things that I do. I shoot well, I do mechanics really well, and I sneak really, really good.
Anybody wants it, just let me know.
So let me describe what it does. You get 10 charges, 1 charge per 6 squares. You can run it continuously, so you can move for 60 squares, but it's gonna run out after that. No swift action required to activate it. There's no pilot check for it, but you have to make a DC 20 pilot check if you land after moving more than 12 squares during the same turn. On a failure, you fall prone.
No, I'll just carry it.
The replacement fuel cells cost 100 credits, so it's not like you can actually recharge it. You actually have to buy the new fuel cells for it.
I say we round up all the naked stormtroopers in an area and interrogate them all.
Well, we got to go through the rest of these rooms yet.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to
I
find
don't
all
know
these.
how many's left in here.
Put them all together.
All the naked.
Sit down. Wear your clothes.
All right, who's next? What are you doing?
Is Miriam's room in this hallway?
Miriam's room is in this hallway, but you don't really know which one it is.
Okay, then we need to start looking for it.
I'm going to go to the next room up.
Go to that one.
This one right here?
No, I'm down here.
Where David and I were down
I
there.
got you. I got you.
Right there.
So you just go in?
Do the same thing I've been doing. Open
Okay.
it up, put my gun in there.
There's just there's nothing in there. It's just an empty room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Proceed to the next room.
Okay. And it's just an empty room.
Doesn't look lived in at all, huh?
Well, they're all lived in. They've all been, they look like there's been troops living in these.
Well, search the dressers real quick. Just see what I can find, if I can find some good shit.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
while you're doing the search, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
You actually find some battle armor. It's light, just light armor. And there is in one of the pockets, because you're like messing around like in the pants of one of these troopers that's in the chest, and you find some like wrapped up in a little cloth. You find some illegal spice, so like some contraband.
Ooh. Goes in my pocket. Is this basically human size armor?
Yeah. It's medium.
Okay.
Hold on.
Anybody?
I've got to go get a dog. He's barking. So hold on one
Okay.
second. Bear back.
All right. Who needs armor?
Refill.
I have no armor on right now.
Can you use armor?
I can use light armor.
This is medium armor.
He said it was
Well-
light, didn't he?
Huh?
I thought he said it was light armor.
If it's light armor, then you can have it. Because I've got an armored flight suit. Which it's
I thought
light
he
armor.
said it was light.
Huh? But I can use either light or medium armor. I took that as a proficiency.
Yeah, I can only use light, but
Yeah.
we'll see if it was medium or not, because I can't use medium.
Yeah.
I thought he said light, but
If it's light, then have at it, because it's basically the same thing I've got. Armored flight suit is light armor.
what's yours give you, Dave?
It gives you +5 to your reflex.
For some reason, I'm the pack mule, and I actually have 3 suits of light armor that I'm not using, just walking around with it. So
Really?
either way, you can have some light armor.
Okay, that works.
You got plenty of light armor.
And a knife and a blaster rifle.
Okay. So you just like have the Wookiee just has like a whole horde of armor on the
It's got a whole bunch of shit hanging off me.
At least you don't have a leg hanging out of your back.
No legs. Oh, and a frag grenade. You can have a frag grenade. Light armor, knife, frag grenade, and a blaster rifle.
So Scott, how do you do something secret? Do you just tell everybody and say it's not something their character knows?
You can. There's actually chat rooms that in the actual Zoom where we can talk via chat. You can also take Zoom and you can make it into like secret rooms. So it's any way you want to do it, and you know,
Okay.
like I think everybody's pretty cool with like, you know, we're all trying to just play and have fun, and you know, like if there's a secret, we can pretend we don't know it. We do that
Tell me
too.
all
Well,
your secrets, Barb.
Well, you know, if I start using my abilities in ways that I don't want them to know, I'm gonna have to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just the chat function down there at the bottom of the screen. You would just like say what you want to do.
Did you hear me, Scott, when I gave her all that stuff from my pack?
He
Oh
gave
yeah,
me some
Okay.
light armor.
cool, awesome. Yeah, I mean, you all can share between you. There are so many spaces on your character sheet. If you, just like anything, if you start running out of physical space, then you know, then you've ran out of space. And there's also the encumbrance values, which some of you have the online PDFs. I made the calculation for you, so it'll tell you how much weight you got.
Yeah. I got a
That's
spear left
my
over
major
too.
drawback with a strength of 12. I don't get to carry a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just be you know, I think everybody's, you know, it's the honor system, and just, you know, if you can carry something in your pocket, that's, if you can carry it in your hands or whatever, or if it goes in your backpack, then just be reasonable. Don't, you know, you're not going to like take the e-web and stick it in your backpack and just
Take off.
Okay, let me take the e-web out of my backpack then. That's awkward.
well, I'd say you're more like
holding.
you're lashing it to your pack.
No, I'm totally kidding. No, I actually kind of like that. That way, it's not like that. I like the realism aspect of only being able to carry so much.
And I try to keep it real as possible. And, you know, it's just like Nagtatha going and destroying the control panel. Anything that you come up with, you know, I'll honor it, and just we'll try to make it happen somehow. So.
Wait, sorry. What did I miss? I ran to the bathroom.
Not much, just Grudey searching some rooms.
Okay. I guess I don't know. There's part of me that wants to clear these rooms just to make sure we don't get attacked from behind. I guess I'll look at the one to the left of where we're at now, of the black box of the two guys.
Okay, this one here, like in this room. This one.
Sure. Just
I'm sorry. You're saying this one. I got you.
Yeah, just to get these rooms cleared.
I gotta
out.
think in game. Okay, so
I just want to make sure there's no enemies that's gonna like get the drop on us if we.
Yeah, so there's nobody in there.
Okay. I'm really not searching the rooms so much as I just kind of want to open the doors and make sure it's not a repeat of that.
Okay.
That I run into two more naked guys.
Sure.
Just for time.
I think Miriam. Shiara wanted to figure out if Miriam has a room down here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that part or not, Grex.
Oh, no.
He does have a room. I just don't know where it is.
Okay, so we're gonna, just to speed things up, I'm gonna say that Grex goes from room to room, and there's nothing else in the rooms that you find. They're all pretty nondescript. You make it all the way down to the end, and then you open this door, which kind of slides, it has trouble sliding open, and everything's wrecked on the inside. This is where you all were ambushed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you find a bathroom.
Oh, thank God.
Down at the end of the hall. And you just keep searching, and all of the rooms are pretty much the same. They're all military issue, pretty standard stuff that you would expect to find in a bunker. You finally get down to this room, and this is the room that Shiara walked out of. Hold on. You open it up, and it's mostly empty. There's some shelves and some racks. It looks like there's one stormtrooper helmet that's sitting on one of the shelves. It looks like there's some med packs. There's about 10 med packs that are laying on another shelf.
How do you grab those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'm a healer.
Let's. I've got one.
I've got 0 left because I used mine on the Wookiee.
There's 4 of us right now. Everybody take 2, and Shiara take 3.
There's technically 5 of you, but
Oh.
It's 2 apiece.
Yeah, everybody take 2.
But some of us ain't here. So, but I can only carry 3 total, so just give me 2 of them. And I will be about all I can carry again.
okay. So what's your action? What are you doing?
So we've cleared the rooms. I tell everyone, I was like, hey, shall we continue to the Pueblo?
I'm going to go up and knock on the door where the 2 guys are.
Okay.
And ask them if they know where my droid is.
Okay, so you hear,
What the hell?
And he totally destroyed this door, didn't he?
You're on the other side of the door.
Well, I'm going to use my mechanics ability and open the door where the Wookiee broke it and see if I can talk to these guys.
Okay.
Because they're not armed now, and I've got a gun. So
Go ahead and make a roll for it.
28.
28. Oh my God! You've just.
I rolled a natural 20 plus 8.
Well, that's funny because that was Nagtatha's roll whenever he destroyed it. So you just beat it. So
I managed to tinker it back together.
So Grudey goes over and just like feverishly is working with these wires and trying to put it back together, and just like a car that you start without the ignition or whatever, he just like he gets the door. And the door just like kind of trembles open real slow and shaking as it's opening. And on the inside, you see two soldiers with their hands, their head in their hands. They're sitting on the bunk, and both of them just kind of look up at you with a bewildered look.
And ask him, have you seen my droid?
Yeah, there was a droid.
Where'd he go?
Last time I saw him, it was with Marion.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. I think he buggered off.
Of course.
Real help.
Buggered off.
Pull the wires apart and close the door.
Were they still naked?
Stay here.
Yeah, they're sitting there, not naked per se. They're like in their well, George Lucas says there's no underwear in Star Wars, but they got underwear. So
Well, totally
Got their
changes.
skivvies on anyway, huh? 'Cause
yeah.
I'd say that stormtrooper armor would chafe without some underwear.
So I'm going to go ask him some questions.
Okay, sure.
How do we get off this godforsaken planet?
And one of them kind of laughs at you. You don't.
And why not?
This is completely a military operation. We've got like 2 more years we're supposed to be here. We're getting paid for this. They're going to come back and get us.
Wow. What about emergencies?
Emergencies?
What about an
mean,
evacuation?
we are a self-sustaining unit. We take care of our own.
You have a comm link.
Yeah, to talk to each other.
You don't have no subspace communicator?
No, not that I know of. Maybe Miriam does.
Is there a communications facility here?
No. This is a backwater world. We're getting paid really good to be here.
No further questions, Your Honor. Crap.
Why are you here?
Because the Empire pays really good for former soldiers to work on these backwater worlds.
And what are you doing here?
Basically, make sure these slaves are doing what they're supposed to do.
And what is that?
They're mining.
Where the mine is the crawler. Where's the juggernaut at?
Do I look like a freaking psychic? So he kind of smarts off to you.
I go to bite his hand off.
Butt him with the rifle.
Okay, roll an attack.
Just
Who, me or?
be my dex bonus then.
It'd be Grex. He's the first one to take action.
All right. After that smart ass remark, that's my hand. That's my thing. I'm gonna bite hands off. I'm gonna miss probably. That's gonna be an 8. Oh, he's naked. So
An 8. You go and he like quickly pulls his hand away from you before you can actually get to it. And he kind of like, he holds you on your forehead like this, like to keep you away. So they both like defensively pull back from you, and they climb closer into the cot really closely together.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Since they don't have the information, I'm gonna take my axe and I'm gonna kill them.
Okay, roll for initiative.
I mean, I'm done with these guys. I'm over it. I've been on this backwater planet dealing with bullshit far too long.
Thank
And,
goodness somebody's getting in a boat with me.
I'm ready to get off this planet and go back to the hunt. Hey, that's what's up. That's gonna be a 25 for initiative.
Okay, you got it.
Oh, actually, no, I lied to you. That's gonna be more than that. I'm rolling some Mike Harden initiative right now. Let's see here. That's actually gonna be a.
Not in this game, you're not.
That's gonna be a 27.
27.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody else getting in on the fight?
Are we up there?
Yeah,
Well-
I'll pull blaster.
Okay, so go ahead. Roll for initiative. Whoever's participating.
I'm not going to waste my bullet.
16.
Oh, I'm getting my axe. I'm gonna hack at him.
16,
I'm
Scott.
just going to let him shoot him with the axe.
16. So go ahead and go, Grex.
All right. Let's see. That is gonna be a 24.
24 to hit. And what's the damage?
That'll be. Sorry, I don't get to use my axe a lot. I know my blaster, but oh, that's pretty good.
2d10.
8. Ooh, that is gonna be a 22.
A 22.
For the first guy.
So how do you do it?
So he recoils away, and then he puts his hand on my forehead, and when he does, I just take it from pull my axe from low and just bisect him, just
right in the middle.
Right across the middle. Yeah.
Okay. So the other one, he actually tries to run past you, which I guess in that small room would give attacks of opportunity. So go ahead.
All right. Oh, damn, that's gonna be even better. That's a 25.
Okay, we'll say that we'll let Teegrun have this one.
Blaster to the gut. Another 16.
Okay. What's the damage?
6. I can't. Dang it. Hang on. My glasses on. That is not 8d6. What is that? What is a hand blaster? There it is. 3d6, 2d6. Why do I have 2 damages? I've got 3d6 or 2d6. Short range, medium range. Or point blank range, short range.
It's point blank range.
Yeah, 3d6. 1, 2, 3 6s. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. And so you shoot him, but he falls up against the wall outside in the corridor, but he's still kicking.
Oh, I got I hit him pretty good too.
Yeah, so how do you do it, Grex?
So he makes it past me almost, and Teegrun goes to take him down and misses, and as he does, I just plant the axe just right straight in his back.
Okay. So
not let a kill get away.
God, we've made a mess.
So what's your guys' wisdom scores?
Mine?
Yep.
10.
Is that the same thing as your will defense, Scott?
No, just your wisdom score, your actual score.
Oh, sorry. 14.
14. Okay. So second degree murder is you get 5 dark side points plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's for you and Teegrun.
Hey, I was just helping him out. I didn't want him to get hurt.
Uh-oh. That ain't good. That's really not good.
What's your wisdom modifier?
So it's 5 dark side points plus the wisdom modifier?
Yep. Remember a while back I made the special rules for dark side because I thought that some needed more dark side points than others.
That's right. That'll be 7 dark side points.
Yep.
Shoo, buddy. I'm going to have to get on.
Yeah, you come almost to making it into an NPC in one stroke.
Hey, I got 6, so I'm right there with you.
I'm at 7 right now.
Let's go for the record. Anybody else being murder?
Hell, 7 more and I become an NPC.
Yeah. You're well on your way.
But can't you spend force points to knock your dark? Okay.
Yes, to atone.
Okay.
You can also atone through great deeds of bravery and good deeds.
Well, I will say that I bravely killed the shit out of all those 2 unarmed guys. So that's what 2 off of there.
Well, now that we're done with this, I think we should get out of here before we lose part of our party to the dark side.
Oh, let's go west, young men and women. So how many force points do you have to burn to not have that have happened the way that did?
The force points you could actually.
I would just like to have wounded him.
I don't
thought he
really.
was going to attack me. What am I going to do? Not shoot him? I'm going to put my hand on his forehead.
I don't want to go back in time. And I told you all a while back that there were consequences for
Yeah, I can't remember any of that.
these kinds of actions.
It's been too long.
That's the reason why I didn't shoot. He's a naked man running down the hallway. You leave him alone.
Well, they're also stormtroopers, though.
He
So
may
I
have
mean,
been an expert.
They're slavers.
That's why they make a stun setting on my weapon. So.
Oh no. Grex's weapons don't have stun. When he gets a new weapon, he rips the stun setting off of it. Like first go.
Yeah.
You could spend a force point to reduce your dark side score by 1.
Scott, sorry, you'll have to refresh me. How do we get force points back? Is it?
You get them back whenever you gain a new level. It resets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm at 7, so I'm still okay. So I'm not super worried about it. And Grex would definitely be a halfway to dark side kind of guy. Okay. Well, let's get the hell out of this hallway.
Okay.
So we'll hut with our e-web up there, and the Pueblo was in the middle of town, roughly, right?
Now say that again. I can't hear you.
Sorry, the Pueblo, if I remember correctly, it was kind of the town center, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So we know if we're in the Playboy, we know we're in the center of the town.
Yes.
All right,
and as it was described by Teegrun, it was just like a short walk from where you had parked the Juggernaut. Actually, you all have been in here before. So,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we've been in here.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that I, as a player, remembered it correctly.
But we just didn't have time to search it. We got ambushed, so.
Right. Okay. So, if everybody's good with it, we'll hut with our blaster and head upstairs. Because we know where there's a staircase at the end, right? That's what's on the right down there, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So you walk back up, and it's about mid-afternoon. You all have been messing around down in the bunkers trying to search every one of them. And, of course, you had the altercation with the two undressed troopers. The sunlight kind of blinds your eyes as you exit the Pueblo. And you see Melbus actually walking towards you. A lot of the Aarthans appear to be out and about now. They are milling about their own little tents. Some of the women are carrying their children. You see men with baskets and whatnot. Lots of just like normal activities sort of happening. But it's sort of, there's a reticence too. So they're not like just the scared Aarthans that you were used to seeing, but they're not actually doing their normal day-to-day 100% either. You see Melbus, he's coming up, and he's got all of his armed troops with him, and they're all wielding the blaster rifles. And he takes one look at Shiara, and he says, "You don't want her with you. She works for Mirren."
I don't want
Oh, shit. Roll
for initiative.
Can I, Scott, is there like an insight check or something to see if...
Do you wield the force?
No, but...
And you're...
Shit.
He looks right at Shiara, and he says, "In the beginning, when you first came here, you got some of my people in quite a bit of trouble."
I've been giving him false information.
Oh. I
am not with him. I've been a slave just like you all are.
Are you wanting to roll an insight check, Zach?
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking and seeing what the skills that are that's kind of close to that. I mean, I know, obviously we play a lot of D&D. Um, is gather information kind of in the same line as that, or I don't know. I don't know enough about the system
I forgot what it is in this game.
to know what to use. So whatever I need to roll to.
Yeah, let me look. I'll take a look.
Because Melbus has been a bro, here lately. I mean, he did save us from certain death. So if he's like, "Hey, don't trust that chick," I'm inclined to believe him. On the surface level, anyway, at least as a player.
Barb, is your character armed? She's armed, isn't he? Oh crap! I can't kill her. Don't get me.
Yeah, it's perception, sense deception.
Yeah, it's perception. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna make a perception check then, based on her comment about giving false information.
Okay, go for it.
That's actually pretty good. That's gonna be a 27.
So you can tell right away that Shiara is telling the truth, and she's a bit bewildered. She's seen Melbus around the camp. She hasn't really had much direct contact with him, but they know who each other are because they've spent 2 years here together, basically. And Shiara, you knew that Melbus was like the religious leader for the Arthans. You didn't know much about him other than he held a lot of sway with the people. And he didn't really talk to you much, but he saw you, kind of the day-to-day sort of stuff. So what do you do, Grex?
I just hand off.
Well, I mean, I believe, that's a pretty good roll, so I believe she's telling the truth. I also know Melbus has been a total good guy to us, as far as I'm aware. And I tell him, like, there must be a misunderstanding here. I don't attack. I'm kind of torn because, I mean, I'm fully believe she's telling the truth, but I also fully have no reason to doubt Melbus either. He wouldn't have gotten us this far if he was going to kill us later.
Melbus stands and he stares at Shiara for just a few more minutes and just sort of really closely examines you. And so he kind of looks down to the ground and looks back to the people that are milling around back in the back. And he goes, "What is your all's next move?"
To kill them and get off this planet.
I think I want to find the droid and I want to find the Juggernaut. Go find the other people, that other bunch in the forest, and see if they've got a way off this planet.
Well,
Make sure he has a weapon and kill him.
Yeah, no joke. I'm going to have like the same kind of pistol the cops carry, just to put on dead bodies and be like, "Oh, he had a weapon." Fuck. Obviously, we are going to get the Juggernaut and drive off into the sunset. Isn't the space? Didn't we determine the spaceport was towards the west?
Towards
Or
south.
there was something?
Yes,
South?
to the west of here, there are ships that have come and gone
So
through
yeah,
the atmosphere.
So we are literally going to drive off into the sunset.
Yeah. That's the plan. And get off this backwater trap hole.
Drive off into the sunrise.
Yeah. I don't know what is to the west, but I do know that people have seen lots of forest walkers as of late. A few of my people say that there's a few missing that haven't returned.
So that's the plan. Ask from Elvis, does he have any idea where the Juggernaut got off to?
I have no idea what Miriam is doing. The people said that he left with 50 stormtroopers strong. He exited the valley and gave a bunch of commands to create the fortifications, and had the people standing guard on those fortifications.
Which way did he go?
I presume he went out the way where the Juggernaut's at.
North, south, east, or west?
That's to the west.
That's back toward the
Okay.
radiation.
Yes. It's towards the Lodge Barons. I don't know if you can find some time. There are some Aarthans that are missing. They're unaccounted for. If you could possibly find them out in the forest, I'd be very grateful for whatever you can do.
Yeah. Looks like we're walking.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I miss that? Did they say the Juggernaut drove off, or
Yeah.
We don't know.
we don't know? Okay.
Marion took it and went off to the west with 50 stormtroopers.
stormtroopers.
Well, balls.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
We're good, but I don't know that we can take on 50 stormtroopers.
Oh yeah, we've got a Wookiee and a blaster. We can definitely take on 50. Easy peasy. That's no problem. Well, the only option now is to kill Midham and all of his stormtroopers, take the Juggernaut, steal a spaceship, and get off this planet. That's only like 4 things. We can most certainly do that.
So the action is yours. What do you do?
I'm gonna head. Well, so we talked to Melvis, and all things are good now.
Provision up and head west.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah.
Okay. Do you all take a long rest? Do you?
What all can we do during the long rest, Scott? I know I keep asking probably a lot of redundant questions. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I mean, we're all kind of learning this game anyway, so.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, it's only been a couple of days in game. I mean, we haven't really. But I mean, I've got some damage, so I definitely wouldn't mind taking a long rest.
We have med packs now. I can actually do this and heal you up.
All right, I can heal you too.
And the med pack, so.
Because my thought is if they're gone in the Juggernaut, we're not going to catch them on foot anytime soon. So it probably wouldn't hurt us to take a long rest right now.
I'm looking. Natural healing, 8 consecutive hours rest without persistent condition. Gain XP equal to level and removes all conditions only once in 24-hour period.
I'm sorry, Scott. XP or HP?
HP. HP,
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, that's wrong.
I want to make sure.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I think Nagtatha's had first aid done on him. That can only be done once in 24 hours. The rest of you, if you need to heal up, you can do first aid on you if you need to.
Okay. How much does a single healing pack do on us?
The healing pack does, you have to roll for treat injury. It's a DC 15. And then
Okay.
for every point over that is what you gain back in HP. Now, if you have a medical kit, whenever you're doing, whoever does the treat injury, if they have a medical kit and the med pack, then it doubles what you get per point.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why I have a medical kit. I just ran out of med packs, so.
I just have the med pack, so.
Well, if you want to give me yours,
yeah.
but we'll have to wait till tomorrow because I've already done it to you once, haven't I?
I don't think in this 24-hour period.
Okay. Then I can take one of your med packs and treat you with it. And...
Yeah, that'd be great.
Go ahead and roll for it, Grudey.
All right, here we go.
My treat injury is only 3.
I have a treat injury of 6, so.
I have a treat injury of 7.
17 plus 6 is 23.
So that minus 15 is
8
what you would get.
8
Plus,
plus the other 8, so 16.
Ain't mad about that at all. That puts me at a solid 40.
So I've only have 14 hit points left. Is there any other left?
Well, I know I've treated at least one of you.
I have not been I've not been touched.
Dave, was it Fyor that you treated? Because I know he was the one that was.
Yeah, it may
Yeah.
have been. Yeah,
I don't
think
demon
so.
boys.
I don't know what HP he's down to, so we could just hold it off for next time we play, and just like, because I don't. He said he was coming, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, we've got like an hour or so of game time, or an hour or two of game left. I don't think he's gone.
Or 2 hours.
Well,
Question for you: as the way this works, can I only be healed one time, or can a player heal a person only one time? If that makes sense.
I think that it's just a general rule. Like, I think the first aid it's like a bottle of
healing
like
potion.
a healing potion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how does that work? If you have multiple healing potions, can you just take them subsequently and regain, or is it like once per 24 hours?
You only do the med pack once per day.
Yeah, I think a med pack's only once a day, because it's like you're bandaging a wound up and you're done with it after that.
Yeah.
But a
Now, if
player,
you have somebody who has
if it's something
magical
else,
healing, they can add to that. But
Yeah.
but a player can heal multiple other players.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure like I was correct in understanding that.
Yeah. All right. So basically, Dave, what happened? I'll catch you up. They went down into the inside of the bunker. Of course, you all know that you all had killed about 6 different stormtroopers that were outside of the bunker. They went down. They had an altercation with some guys that were in one of the rooms, and they collected a bunch of swag while they were down there. And they met a new person. This is Shiara. This is Barb. And so she's a human female. Fyor, David is he's a Deveronian. He's got the horns. So he actually looks like this guy.
yeah, looks like the devil figure down there. I know what they look like.
Yeah. So, all right, and basically you're all standing outside. I think Grudey was healing a few people.
Yeah.
What's your HP down to?
Mike, did you say you were like really in need of healing?
I probably should pick some up if it's available.
Okay. I need to get in good with these guys, because Zack especially is already distrusting me. So
No, I fully believed you. Like with my role.
yeah, it's just the other guy kind of shed doubt on it. So I'm going to heal Mike. I'm going to use a med pack, but Scott, this is where I'm talking about the secrets. So this is characters do not know, but you all know.
Okay.
I'm going to use vital transfer on him, and he's going to be fully healed. Well, I got to roll it, but I will use a force point to make it happen, and I don't have any damage.
You all right, Mike?
Yeah, I've just been distracted tonight. I've got legal paperwork that I have to get finished for tomorrow morning first thing, but I'm finished with it.
Sorry, man.
You got too close to
sorry.
an elementary school, didn't you?
It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. What'd you say, Zach?
I said you got too close to an elementary school, didn't you?
All right, so Mike, that will the med pack. What'd you say the med pack did for you, Scott?
It's basically like a healing potion, so it facilitates you healing him.
Yeah, how much though does it heal?
So it's a DC 15
Right.
if you're using a med pack, and then every point over is what he
Over
earns.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so 17. Mike, you get a total of 19 hit points back.
Which is way more than I need. So I kind of look at her cross-eyed like, are you some kind of Jedi or something?
No. Don't even know what you're talking about.
Hey, run that by me again when we were just talking to Melbus, right? And Barb's character said something about feeding information, and Grex got confused. I got a little lost there for a second, like why Grex didn't believe her or what his quandary was.
Well, basically, Melbus was casting doubt because whenever the group walked up, he knows Shiara, and he's like not really personally, but he's seen her around in the camp.
Yeah.
And he knows sort of her backstory, not really great, but he sort of knows it. And he just said that she was working for Mirren.
Oh.
And so that's why Grex wanted to do an insight check, because he wanted to see the validity of that.
And
Okay.
I said I was feeding Miriam false information.
Because
Okay.
like largely, I kind of doubted it because Melbus helped us out and made sure we didn't die.
Yeah, he's a solid dude.
Yeah, he seemed solid, and I just now met this chick. So that was like, I was like, well, if he's telling us this, like, I'm kind of inclined to believe Melbus, but so that's why I rolled to see if I had any insight into her, and I rolled well, and I also believe her. So it seems kind of like the left-handed know what the right hand was doing kind of situation. Am I right, Scott?
Yep, exactly. Okay. So, and we'll just say that you all are talking to each other, and you tell Shiara basically as you're walking away from Melbus that you tell her the story about him being the anthropologist and him being kind of forced into this position where he was a liaison for these slaves, and he was more actually their protector than he was the person imprisoning them. And the Imperials were working in conjunction with him, but that's because they wanted something out of them. And so he was kind of greasing the wheels and making everything work okay and preventing the Imperials from hurting the people, basically.
Can I use my Wookiee mind trick on Shiara?
What's your Wookiee mind trick?
My Wookiee mind trick.
So Fyor actually got, if you remember from last time, he got hurt more than pretty much anybody. I think he
died.
I think he died at least once. So he is 12 of 28 hit points, just FYI.
Is this still the same day of the battle at the wall?
Yeah, it's the same day.
I can't do anything else for him because I did the med pack on him.
Yeah, because we haven't taken our long rest.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, good call.
If somebody got some kind of magical healing, and I can't do nothing for him.
Are we going to take a long rest? What do we get back with a long rest?
You get back, so yeah, you can take the long rest if you want to.
Before we head out.
I mean, like I said, they're way ahead of us. To our long
Depending
rest.
on what we get back from the long rest, I may be able to heal him completely.
8 consecutive hours rest without persistent condition gains HP equal to level and removes all conditions only once in 24-hour period. There's also things like long-term care. You can care for up to 6 at a time. Over the people have to have at least 8 hours rest. They gain 180 HP for every level, plus natural healing only once per 24 hours. There's also surgery. So there's a few different things that you can do to get people's health back.
I'm no surgeon. We lost our surgeon.
So, David, you're down how much? But you've already used the med pack on him, right?
12
Yeah.
and 28.
Okay.
Yeah, on the same day. They already used it.
Mm.
Yeah, because, like I said, he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
He got shot in the head.
Try not to do that.
Yeah, no, he got
Wow.
if it wasn't for force points, he'd be dead, like dead.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Buried in the ground, 6 foot under.
Flex people fix that kind of dead.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing again. Again, pretending to use the med pack, but I'm not really using the med pack.
So you're giving him a placebo?
What?
I said, so you're going to give him a placebo med pack?
I'm giving a placebo. Yes, exactly. I am giving a placebo med pack. Okay.
I'm sorry, Scott. What was the second wind rule again? How much you get back if you suck up a second wind?
Yeah, so the second wind is. I have a terrible memory. I actually have all of this in an Excel spreadsheet. So let me look it up. Second wind.
Because I might just do that.
Once per day, if HP is 1/2 or less, then you regain 1/4 of your HP.
Cool.
Yep. You can do it as a swift action too. So if you're in the middle of a battle, you can actually.
So Dave, you get 9 points back from my med pack, my placebo med pack. Placebo.
Air quotes.
So the Wookiee just reaches down and rubs some dirt on it, and he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pour some Robitussin on it. It'll fix it right up.
Yeah.
And drink a
You,
whole
do,
bottle.
you might notice that I get a little pale though when I do that to you.
Really?
It's probably just the camera.
Probably just the camera.
Say, Jason's the forces of evil. Here I am, my Colombian death camp.
Okay, so you all are driving the action. What are you doing?
Out of character, just so I'll make sure we're on the same page. I'm assuming we use the Stormtrooper barracks to sleep in.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Yeah,
Is
you
everybody-
can. You could do anything you want.
Okay. All right. So we know they settled. So we know. We know that they headed out west. And we slept in the barracks. Nobody else showed up during the night. What, Scott?
No, it was an uneventful night. Nothing really happened. You wake up the next morning and it looks like the town is pretty much back to normal. People are moving about. Now they do give you sidelong glances as they see you if you come out. But Melbus is there and he's calming them. You know, he's raising his hand and he's like, "Go back to work. It's okay." You know. They're just visitors, you know.
We just came out of the Imperial sex dungeon, so yeah, I guess they would look at us funny.
Sex dungeon.
Headed here.
No, I'm keeping that.
All right. So we know that Melbus drove off with our fucking juggernaut and headed west.
You're a jerk. I'm telling you, he needs to die armed around.
Well, yeah.
Hey, Scott.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Was that like heavily radiated crater? Was that south of the town?
It's to the west.
Well, shit. Okay.
In other words, we go back the way we came.
Is there another juggernaut that might protect us from the radiation?
So are you talking to like Melbus or?
Sorry. I guess yeah, it'd be in character. So I asked Melbus, is there any way that we can cross the irradiated crater without, becoming irradiated?
I until you all arrived, I wasn't even aware that it was irradiated. But that's the only way out of here. Actually, there's two routes. There's one that's passed through the mountains to the east. It's a roundabout way, but it'll take you a couple of days to make it through the mountains. And then, but you can also go through the waste.
So it sounds like through the wastes might be the safest route, or through the mountains might be the safest route.
Depends on how much you like glowing.
Don't have any armor.
That
Okay.
had been my plan of escape to begin with. To go to the mountains.
Hills.
So really, and this is above the table. So the only two routes that we're aware of is either through the crater to the west, or through the mountains to the east. I'm just trying to make sure I'm keeping this correct.
We're going to be ending up so far behind that we're not going to get caught up.
Hey, Dave Faulconer, if you do it without video and just audio, it might take some of the bandwidth down. You may be able to like talk to us. We just wouldn't see you.
We don't see him anyway.
Hey, Mike.
Well, hon,
Jedrick just got top 10 first round.
you knew he would.
He's number 10 going to Cleveland Browns.
10th pick to the Browns. So he's going to be a very rich young man.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's awesome, but he's going to a terrible franchise.
I know, but he was top 10 round 1.
So, guys, Jedrick Wills, who played at Lafayette High School here in Lexington, offensive lineman, went to Alabama, just got drafted 10th. He's about to be a very rich man.
He said when all of the teachers ever asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, he said a professional football player, and they told him that that's not possible and that he needs to dream of something else.
Well, he proved all them wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I watched Jedrick play for 4 years at Lafayette, 3 years at Lafayette. Beast. Wish he'd gone to UK.
His name was like Kyle. Did that make it any better at all?
We can hear you fine.
Better heard than seen, huh?
Amen.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit easier if we can hear you talk rather than because I'm having to go back and forth between the IM and then listen to Zack prattle on. So.
Yeah, why do you keep inviting him? God.
I know, right?
We're ready to pack this show on the road.
Yeah.
All right. So, did we decide? So we know if we head west, that's through the radiated crater, which is not a good idea. Do we want to
With
get
that armor on, you can probably survive it without any major repercussions. But
I thought the only reason that we survived was because of the lead plating from the Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah. Unless you want to look like an AR thing.
Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, but was the Juggernaut the only thing that kept us safe?
Yes, because you determined that the plating on the Juggernaut actually prevented the radiation from getting to you.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So if we have to go on foot, it sounds like through the mountains might be our best bet. Because I don't know what an irradiated lizard is going to look like, but that can't be good.
A lizard with 2 heads.
That'd be an improvement.
It might be.
Go through the mines of Moria.
A Wookiee full of tumors is
Definitely
not
the
going to
mountain
look
pass
good.
through the snow.
So, are we down with going east?
yeah,
Yeah.
Scott, this may be too much information, but does the game have like a, hey, you've been irradiated too much, you're going to die kind of mechanic?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we definitely don't want to go through the irradiated crater.
I'm going to guess no.
Yeah, especially if that's a game mechanic. So east through the mountains, and Sheeran was going to go through the mountains anyway. That was your game plan, right, Barb?
Yes.
Have you been through the mountain range, or Scott? Is
Have
that
I
the
been
same
up there at
mountain?
all, Scott?
No, you haven't been there.
No.
Is that the
She's
same
heard
mountain
good things
that we
about
came
it.
from?
We kind of came from that direction earlier today or yesterday, but we haven't been all the way around.
All the way through the mountain range. How far into the mountains were we, Scott, when we were going to be executed?
You were like a 15-minute walk. You were basically up into a mountain pass that was just above the tree level. Actually, it was about a 45-minute walk. I'm sorry. It is about a 45-minute walk.
Okay. Well, with the information that we've pulled from Melbus and the information that we got from Sheeran, we know that the mountains, basically the path west and the path east, converge. It's just a longer walk east, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's about a week, is what Melbus told you.
Oh, shit. Okay. But it sounds like if everyone's in agreement, it sounds the path east might be our best bet still.
I think so.
Let's power walk it.
Yeah, we'll jazzercise our way through the.
Jazzercise. Is that even a thing anymore?
Yes, Mike. It still is the thing.
In nursing homes. I'm sorry, long-term facilities.
No, skilled nursing facilities is the bullshit now.
Skilled nursing facilities. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we'll venture back to the site of our damn near death and go from there, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. So it's about 8 or 9 in the morning, by your guess. The sun's just coming up over the peak of the mountains to the east, and you start on your long trek over the course of a week into the high alpine mountains. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. Let's see if you get any encounters.
Kobolds.
So
1d10 red dragons.
roll perception checks.
This is the one thing I'm really good at.
Yep.
Hey, 26.
24.
21.
Okay. Almost
0.
there.
0.
My negatives took it to zeros.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
18.
Just sitting there like, na 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 na.
Actually,
Blind Wookie.
Jason, if you would take initiative down like we did last time, it's
Yeah,
I appreciate it. What's the lowest score that y'all got?
I had an 18.
18.
me too. What's your bonus?
I had 18 also.
Oh, Jesus.
My dex is 16, if that has anything to do with it.
Okay.
And who was the highest?
So far, it's got 3 18s.
I'm at 26.
Zack had 26.
Okay. So what's your marching order? Like, how are you all actually marching?
I'm
So I'm
assuming
carrying that heavy-ass battery. I guess I'm last.
I'm guessing I'll be towards the front for the same kind of reason, but carrying the blaster.
Okay. Just like a blaster rifle?
No, I've still got the E-Web.
E-Web.
Okay. And so who's
But I tend
who's
to
in
be
between?
kind of ranger style.
I'll be right behind him.
Behind
I'll
Grex?
Yeah.
I'll be behind Dave.
Do we have to be in a row? I mean, we're in a forest.
Yeah. Because actually, as you're walking along in the mountains, you come across
Shiara, what was your initiative roll?
24.
24. And Grudey, what was your initiative roll?
21.
Almost there.
Grex is first whenever we get to that point.
Sorry. That's going to be I got the improved initiative. That's 27 for initiative.
Yeah, you're still first.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Whatever it is jumping out of the bushes on at us.
Yeah, sorry, I'm making it very anticlimactic today.
No, dude.
Anticlimactic.
I still think it's kobolds.
Skulls. Okay.
I'm betting on an owl bear. Owl bear.
How the hell did I get initiative 18 and I'm last? Y'all some cheating mofos.
Bunch of cheating mofos.
Like I said, Jason, you got the high strength, but I'm probably real close to the highest dex with a 19. So
Nice.
it's nice to be a Rhodian.
Shiza.
Scott, did you make that? Did you make that picture for your virtual background?
Which one are you talking about?
You've got the big Aarthen tent with the crawler back there.
Oh no, that's a Ralph McQuarrie painting.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like one of the big tents, and
Almost there. So what Grex notices as you all are walking along, you're actually walking along a cliff line in the mountains as you're going through the pass, because it's the only path that there is to make it through the mountains. And so you see this. Can you see the cliff?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And up,
What's the yellow line there?
what's that?
Is the
Yellow
cliff
line.
the yellow line? Make sure I'm just interpreting the map correctly.
So this is your all's path. This is like the
Right.
trail.
Okay.
This is like cliff face above you. This is cliff below you, and these are like
Oh, okay.
clouds and stuff down in the valley.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow. Scary pathway.
Whose idea was this?
100% DNFW.
Rim
Not
here.
fuck with.
Dude.
And this is actually what Grex sees is these things. There's two of them, and they're crawling down like upside down on the
Nope.
cliff face towards the party, and they both look like they're communicating with each other. They're kind of like working in sync, and you can hear like a faint little growl that's coming from it as it approaches.
Scott, I would like to take a knowledge biology check to know what they are.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's going to be a nat 20 plus 8, so a 28.
There are similar creatures like it throughout the galaxy. There's things that you've heard about that dwell in kind of like really harsh places. So like on you've heard of galaxy-wide, there's things called wampas. So this is like similar in biology to like a wampa. It's like a very hardy creature except that you're like in a high alpine environment, and the wampas are more like ice creatures that live, but it's sort of like a hairless wampa is what you.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because I know that we encountered a handful of wampas on the ship with Lando. But I'm versed enough with this to know that there's like hairless alpine variants.
Yeah, throughout the galaxy. So it's kind of like the concept of panspermia. So there's a lot of different species that are very similar throughout the galaxy.
Okay, cool.
Everybody giggles.
But and this is, I guess, kind of above the table, just so that I know how to carry on the dialogue. But these are a Wampa variant. I'm pretty confident of that.
Yes. Well, I would just say that it's similar to a Wampa. I'm not saying it is a Wampa. I'm saying that this is like, there's lots of different creatures throughout the entire galaxy. There's billions of different creatures. So this is just something that from your biology studies that this is something similar.
Okay, so I yell back to the party. I was like, "Beware of their claws."
And just then, like number 2, he moves on down.
Who does he work for?
And number 1, they both move down towards you. Number 2 takes a swipe at you.
Little jerk.
Well, we don't have to worry about him not being friendly.
What's your reflex defense, Grex?
21.
21. So, like, it comes down and it takes one of its great big massive paws and swipes right at your head and misses.
Oh.
Are y'all going to take any action? You're just going to look at the nature show or what?
Sorry.
Wait for my turn. I'm not first.
Rex is first.
Am I first?
Hey, I can't risk any more dark side points here.
You murdered 2 characters. That's why you got dark side points.
Right. What? I'm going to murder
That's
this.
attack.
Am I first, Scott, or what's
Yeah, Grex, you're first.
Okay. Well, so I've got the E-web, so I'm going to go ahead and set it down and get ready to shoot.
Holy crap, I'm just going to watch.
So you've got Nagtatha in the back with the power pack, and you're all the way on the front. So you set the gun down and prepare it, but it's not attached.
It's the extension cord.
Well, at least the gun's set up. Shit. I guess it's all I can do on my action, isn't it? Is deploy the E-web.
You better just take out your vibro axe.
Or can I get my gun? What all can I do, Scott? Can I?
I'll let you attack it if you want.
Okay. So I'll set up the E-web.
It's right there in your face, so you don't have to move. I'm going to say that to hook it up and get the thing prepared, it's going to be like a full round action.
Sure.
So you got to get the battery close to it, number 1.
I'll do all that. Go ahead and whack them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna at least just quickly deploy I'm assuming it's on a tripod.
Okay.
With the tripod out, set the gun down, and swing it out with my axe. Ooh, that might not. That's gonna be a 13.
13 to hit?
With an axe, yeah.
Yeah, and so the creature, as it's like grabs its big paw and swipes at your head, and it kind of goes off balance, and you swipe the axe, and it goes right past his head.
Okay.
Who's next in the initiative?
Shiara, do that voodoo that you do so well.
Okay, so there were 2 of them, right?
Yes.
Where's the other one?
It's kind of back here in the middle, back middle.
There's one
okay.
that's right next to you.
It's right next to me?
Yeah,
Yep.
right next to you.
Okay, then I am going to zap it.
Okay. Go for it.
I don't know. Let's see. That's going to be a 15.
Okay. So you hit.
Oh, okay.
What's the damage?
All right. 20.
20 HP. And what do you hit it with?
I'm shooting it with my lance.
Okay. So this one, and he's like hanging upside down on the wall when he was getting ready to reach out to you. So you shoot it with your lance, and now it roars in pain as it's holding on with one hand, and its two bottom legs are holding it from above. Who's next in the initiative?
Grudey.
I'm right here, right next to number 2, so I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, go for it.
19 plus 5 is 24 to hit.
Wow. So go ahead and roll damage for it.
Let me find my dice. There's one. Here we go. 7, 12, 20, even.
20. So this one, it like howls in pain. It's like, and it's still next to Grex. Who's up?
Teegrun.
Blaster. 8. It's modified 8.
Modified it.
Did I kill
Slow
him?
down, Turbo.
Yeah. So Teegrun like fumbles. He fumbles for his gun and draws it and fires and hits the rock. You see some rock splatter from the cliff face.
Fiora. Fyor, is that right? Fiora.
Fyor.
22 to hit.
Which one are you shooting at?
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 1.
Number 1. Okay. And what's the damage?
15.
15.
Yes.
So this one is it howls in pain again.
I'm going to spend my turn to run up and assemble the E-web.
Okay. Are you the last in the initiative?
Yeah, I'm the end of it.
Okay, so number 2 hops down in front of Grex here,
Okay.
and actually goes to grab him and try. It looks like he's trying to pull it towards the cliff face. Go ahead and roll a strength check, Grex.
Okay. That'll be 21.
21. And so like it just sort of fumbles as it's trying to like pull you down. Number 1 reaches for Fyor and tries the same thing. It looks like they're trying to push you off the cliff face actually.
Oh, little jerks.
What's your reflex defense? I asked the wrong thing last time. Zach, I shouldn't have made you do a strength check because I knew your reflex defense and it failed it anyway. So what's your reflex defense, Fyor?
I got one. How many more? Oh, I'm sorry. 17.
17? Wow. So, yeah, this one gets right in front of you, and he's got you by both shoulders, and he's pulling really hard. but he's unsuccessful in doing anything. So,
All right.
what's the top of the order, Grex?
Grex,
Okay, so
the destroyer.
right, do we have the? We do have the E-web set up, correct?
E-web is assembled.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to take the E-web and try to shoot number 2. Since,
Okay.
And I'm going to show who number 2 works for. 5. Fuck me. That's going to be an 11.
11 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah. So like you get it set up, and you're really happy, and you get behind it. Nagtatha kind of backs off and stands there proudly, looking at his work, and then you go to fire it, and the creature just steps to the side as you fire.
Yeah, of course.
You weren't ready for the recoil, were you?
Who's next?
After Grex is Shiara.
I'm not going to hit, since it's got a hold of David, I'm not going to hit him if I shoot, am I?
It's not actually technically grabbing him. It tried to. So it's like struggling with him. But he is in melee, so in order to shoot into melee, you get a -5 on the roll.
Oh, don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see that. I will, again, characters do not know this. I will do my battle surge and essentially cancel that -5 out.
Okay.
And I'll shoot at him.
Cool.
A natural 20 is going to hit him.
Damn. Sweet.
Oh, yes.
Does a natural 20 do anything?
Oh yeah, it's critical damage, so it should be like double damage.
Double?
I think
I rolled poorly, so double damage is 18.
In no world is rolling a natural 20 rolling poorly.
Are there more of you?
Are there more of me?
Yeah, can we go back and pick up a few more?
So, yeah, and you kind of gut shot this one, and it howls at you. Who's next?
Grudey.
I'm going to do the rapid fire and shoot number 2 twice.
Hey, actually, I'm sorry, Barb. Which one were you shooting at?
Number 1.
Number 1. My bad. How do you do it?
I blast it right in the belly.
Right in the belly. Okay. And so it kind of goes, and then you see it like it falls off the cliff face down to nothing.
Ooh.
All right. So it's Grudey.
Yeah, Grudey's up.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
Go for it.
The first shot hit him because it's a 19, so plus 5, so 24.
24.
Yeah, and the second shot is 14 to hit. I don't know whether that hit or not.
Yeah, the second shot goes wide. So who's up next?
First shot, 8.
Teegrun.
20 points of damage from the one
Blaster
shot
shot
that
at
hit him.
one. That's better. Modified 20. And 3D. That's close. It's close. Point blank, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do. Okay, blaster pistol. You do not add your dexterity bonus to your damage in Saga 45, do you? It's just raw damage, isn't it?
It's just raw damage from the blaster. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. So how do you do it?
Oh, I got him.
You got him.
Just happened to graze and catch both the carotid.
You owe a lot of that to Grudey. He lit him up
at the same time with a thought I missed shot blasting his neck open.
So like all this blood starts splurting everywhere, and then it falls into like a bloody heap right there at Grex's feet, right in front of the E-web blaster that he just pulled out.
Covered in swamp of blood.
Well, I'm going to peace out, y'all. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for playing with me tonight.
All right,
Dude, it was
running.
bad.
Scott,
Go schedule another one.
Yeah.
Later on, man.
See you next time.
see y'all next
Oh,
time.
hey, buddy.
See you,
Are
Barb.
we playing next Thursday again, or we're
Thanks
gonna do
for playing with us, Barb.
Oh, thanks for letting me join you.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll probably try to play next week if you're still interested. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
All right.
See you, bud.
All
See you
right,
guys.
talk to y'all later.
Bye.